Welcome back to another update video. This is update 4.47 called the Extreme Fire Crunch Flavor. And I'm gonna briefly go over some of the new circuits and then go to my dorm room in a few minutes and look at the new changes they did to the clothing customizer. So let's get started. So over here we got the original interaction volume, which doesn't do much. And here is the interaction volume V2, which you can hold it down and you can basically, well, first of all, let's see. We got new options on the side of it. So on user hold to complete, they changed that a little bit. Everything's basically the same on hold, so you can hold the interaction volume now, which is amazing. You can get the hold progress. So if I go into my connect tool and hover over this, you'll see the progress will slowly go up from 0 to 1, telling me how close I am to completion of holding it. And let's go into the interaction volume V2 to see what's different. You have interaction hold time, which I have as 10 seconds right now. We can change that to 3 seconds or lower. You can have this real high if you want. Let's say 999 if you just want. Oh, I guess it only goes up to 500. Well, there you go. It only goes up to 500. So you can't troll people. You got reset hold, which obviously if I hold it and I let go of it, it will reset. You can turn this off, and even when you let go, it will stay the same. It won't slowly go down. It will just keep going up until it's complete. That's not a bug, by the way. That little bit that's already complete. And you got the movement speed multiplier will held. You can't tell while I'm moving. This is defaultly set to 1, which means if you're holding it, you can move around anywhere as long as you're close to it. You can still hold it. But let's say you turn this down all the way to 0. Now, if you notice, if I hold it, I cannot move anywhere. So maybe you don't want people to move, like maybe if it's a horror game or something and something's chasing you, but you need to unlock the door. There you go. We got a few new chips with the interaction volume V2. We got the interaction volume get normalized hold progress. This is this on the side of this, but in chip form for uh in case you need more outputs of this locally for local player. You got interaction volume set normalized hold progress, which obviously I have that set to 2, which does not work because the hold progress is only 0 to 1. So if I go ahead and click this button, which will set it to 2, it's already complete. Which, since it only goes to 0 to 1, I'm going to change this to 0.5. And now if I go ahead and press this, it should be half complete. Yeah, it's half complete. So you can use this to set the progress of the bar. And there you go, the new interaction volume V2. Oh, by the way, don't use these chips with the old interaction volume. It just keeps coming up for error if you try to do that. So yeah. Next, we have the gun handle changes, which these will be real quick. There's not much with the gun handle changes. So with the gun handle, they made it so you can reload it with both triggers now on your opposite hand instead of just one trigger. And also they made it so it works better if you are using this setting called natural grip. I don't really go into the settings a lot, but yeah, there's a setting here called natural grip. And if you had this on, then the primary held reload and everything would mess up with both the trigger handle and gun handle, so they went ahead and fixed that. Next we have the player definition board. I got the player definition board because there's a new if you didn't know, you can edit this, put an event receiver inside of it and get new options that way. And the new one we have is melee hit player, which will get the weapon that hits the player, get the attacking player, the collision data, body part damage, all that good stuff. And of course, you gotta make sure it's active and turn it on. And finally, we have the projectile launcher. Now, what's new with the projectile launcher? First, we have a new event called projectile hit rec room object. So I'm assuming I can use this to, it gets the firing player, it gets the projectile source, which is that, the collision data, which it will tell you what it hit, and it will get the damage. So I'm assuming you can set the damage on anything from AIs, the basketballs, the whatever you want. We got a few new chips with the projectile launcher. The projectile launcher get rec room object damage, gets the damage of the rec room object. I mean, pretty self-explanatory. I can't connect this to here. Is there any rec room object I can connect it to? No, I don't think I can connect. Oh, I can connect it to a projectile launcher. Yeah, as you see, get object damage to 0. Got projectile launcher set rec room object damage. So if I go up here, I connect this to the button, and let's say I want to set the projectile launcher damage to 100. I will go ahead and press this button, and now if I go ahead and connect it to here, the damage is 100. Next, we have the projectile launcher get firing player. Self-explanatory, gets the firing player, the projectile launcher. You notice there's no player outputs or inputs down here to tell you who's firing it. And there we go. That is all the chips in this update. And I will meet you in the dorm room. Okay, I'm in the dorm room, and one thing I forgot was the event receiver and the player definition board. You have melee player in here, but if you go to the explosion hit player, they actually changed this a little bit. So it should work with more explosives and be better now. They depreciated the old one. And there you go. Now let's get on to the clothing customizer. Okay, so little thing, I'm not seeing the clothing customizer changes. This is definitely the clothing customizer. There's no buttons or nothing on it that they said they added, so I'll just go over the patch patch notes. I'll just go over the update notes real quick then. So they said they added buttons to the clothing customizer to scale it up or down, so make it smaller or bigger. They added a button to freeze it in place so it's not so broken when you're moving it around and everything. Very nice. And they added a button to customize added a button to custom shirts edit page to copy its design to the clothing customizer, and they added an option to show the back of your custom shirt in the store thumbnail. So I don't know if any of you have this on your clothing customizer, but I surely don't. But if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.